And as we look back on the somber anniversary, we're hearing the story of one Bay Area family forced to save their baby from the war-torn region.
They want to raise awareness about a group risking their lives to help babies and other Americans. KTVU's Alyssa Arrington joins us live in studio with that story. Alyssa.
Yeah, that's right. I spoke with the San Leandro couple who had been trying to have a baby, so they hired a surrogate living in Ukraine. So you can imagine just how terrifying it was when that bombing started. They reached out to a group called Project Dynamo to make sure that their son and the woman carrying him were safe and worked out a plan to get their baby home.
We got to coordinate.
9-month-old Vincent plays in his San Leandro home, but his journey to get here was a long and dangerous one that started thousands of miles away in Ukraine during the Russian invasion.
That was his very first picture.
Gio and Candace Gelera said when they had trouble conceiving, they decided to start a family with the help of a surrogate in Ukraine. Everything was going great until the woman carrying their baby was 6 months pregnant and Russia launched a full-scale invasion.
It was an unending stress that we had to endure.
The Geleras were worried about the surrogate and their unborn child and weren't sure how they could safely bring their son home once he was born.
The clinic actually did get hit where they were actually delivering the baby, so that's when everything else changed. That made us think, well, what's going to happen now?
Gio said through their agency they found out about Project Dynamo, a group of veterans, Marine reserves, and citizens that work to save Americans trapped abroad. They contacted the group and met with a co-founder. The Geleras said they helped with certain logistics like paperwork. They were there for the delivery, and they travel with their own doctors.
They were a very instrumental part of being able to, for us being able to, come home with our baby.
The Geleras flew to Poland to await the birth of their son and then traveled into Ukraine to meet him.
We heard air raid sirens here and there.
The barricades, they put the roadblocks around, and you see a lot of tanks and soldiers all around. So, for us to go into that kind of environment, it's definitely scary.
Hey, Vincent.
Vincent was born on May 25th, his due date. This picture shows him with members of Project Dynamo at the border. The Geleras said it's sad to mark the anniversary of the war and want to highlight a group like Project Dynamo for their dedication to saving lives.
Project Dynamo is a donation-based group. They formed to help Americans flee Afghanistan after the Taliban seized control and then went to Ukraine once that invasion started.
Just amazing to see the work of these civilians, that everyone stepped in, right? All these groups stepped in when all this started happening. But what an incredible story, Alyssa.
That's right. I actually got a chance to speak with one of the co-founders in Ukraine, so they are still there. They initially thought they'd be there for a few weeks. It's a year now. They're still there trying to help people.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
All right, Alyssa, thank you.
Thank you.